All right, another day, another trailer. This is the first of the weekly trailers. I know they skipped a week. Let's just assume they're weekly from now on. So Leo was the first one. People were expecting them to go in order, which should have been Yoshi first, I think. But we got Leo. Not the character I was the most hyped about, but hey. Let's just watch it, see if there's anything interesting. And yeah. I mean, the Leo fan base seems pretty happy with it, from what I've seen. Yes, finally speaks German. Alright, so yeah, new extension on there, into crash dash, into mix up. There's a new power crush from box stance. 1-4 into the stance. A bunch of characters seem to have stuff like that now. 10 frame into that. Down 4-2 still launches crouches. It's kind of big. Okay, new install. Like a power up. Brian has one of those. Kind of interesting. I don't know what power ups Leo would get from it, but hyped to see it. Yeah, classic Tekken, just two characters speaking different languages and just pretending like they completely understand each other. While standing for 2 heat engager, or is it 1+2? I don't know. That's also a pretty good one to have. These new punch. Okay, I don't know what's going on in this sequence. There's like 10 billion different transitions. I'm gonna have to slow this down to really understand. Or with the power up, maybe follow up after down back 4-2. And down 2 counter at launch is huge. Yeah, I saw that Rager, and I like the grappling hook. I just feel like the shoulder's a bit weak. I don't know. I don't want to be a hater, you know, but not my favorite Rager. Not my favorite Rager. Alright. Like I said, the Leo fanbase seems to be really happy with the trailer. It was never a character that I particularly enjoyed. Unless it's Ayo Richie playing, I find the character quite boring. But let's go through the trailer and see if what they changed that will make it maybe even more annoying to fight, but perhaps more interesting to watch. We will see. Alright, so the Leo fan base are kind of nerds, right? I don't say that negatively. I just mean they've already done like a frame by frame breakdown of everything. So I mean, I read those notes, and I'm gonna try and give them to you and give you my take on what these changes actually mean instead of just giving you the notes. Alright. Already I need to slow things down. We have a new extension to forward 2, which is forward 2 into a high kick. I think that's the right leg, so that'd be forward 2-4. Normally it was, I think, forward 2-2, which is the 14 frame Punisher. Now it gives you a high kick into the crouch dash. Now maybe that's an excuse to now duck the high since there's a new high, but you'll get hit by the mid. Who knows what the mid does? Will it knock down? Will it just be a big hit? Will it wall splat? I don't really know the properties, since, you know, they're changing the properties on a lot of things. But she can use that to go, or he, I always forget. Listen, let's not have that debate in the comments. Let's not. But Leo now has forward 2 into a high kick that goes into the crouch dash. Then we see QCF 2-1. Buck into a mid power crush. Buck used to have a power crush, I believe was a high, but was very slow. Like you could press into it and still like duck it. It wasn't very good. Now, what you would normally do here as Leo is Buck 2, right? The launcher. So maybe that means Buck 2's gone. That was a safe launcher before. Very annoying to deal with, and they seem to be removing free launchers in Tekken 8, so it would make sense that move is gone. And we don't see it in the trailer. And that move guarantees the stomp as well. Okay, 1-4 into, I think that's K&K stance. I can't remember the names of the stances, but there you go. 1-4 into stance. That seems to be a recurring theme again with Tekken 8. Like, Raven can do 2-4 into stance. Jin does 2-4 into a crouch dash. Is it a crouch dash or is it the Zen stance? I don't know, but 2-4 into something seems to be good. They're making things quite safer, but they're giving you more reward on the lower punishes. I mean, like 10 frames and stuff. So that's an interesting balance decision. We'll have to see how that works out. Okay, while standing 4, and you see Jin try to punish while standing 4. While standing 4 on its own was unsafe as Leo. You didn't really want to press because there's the second hit, but on its own it was unsafe. As Akouma, I used to launch it with 10 frames sometimes when I didn't think they'd finish the string, but now it's actually safe because Leo ducks the 2-4, and you get the install from that. What was that punish? Oh yeah, I think that's up forward 1-2. Gives Leo the power, the install, the buff, whatever it is. Then we just see down 4-2 still launching crouches. Then we see back 4 into the cancel, except now instead of just not doing the shoulder and being in crouch, you get the same as forward 4. So that's also new. So instead of just being crouching into minus frames, I don't know if it was actually unsafe or just minus. Instead of doing the unsafe shoulder, Leo can go forward 4 into a confusing situation. I don't think it's a favorable situation for Leo to be in, but it's probably better. Oh, a new move. I believe that that's QCF2, right? The same as earlier. It was QCF2-1. Well, now there's QCF2 into maybe a 4, maybe a 3+4, who knows? So another reason to duck a string that only had a mid before. So maybe that kicks plus on block and QCF2 will be abusable. I really don't want it to be, because QCF2-1, the second hit on counter hit, is very annoying already. It pushes you in a very awkward way when you get hit by the first one. Very annoying move. But yeah, now there's another new extension to it. Okay, shoulder gives you the bound. I believe that did the same thing. Boom, boom, into the third hit. That's from the power-up. Right? No need to key charge to do that, because before you had to do it after a key charge. Now you can get the buffs just from some of the moves giving you the buff, just like Brian. Okay, that's also a new move, but I don't really know what that was. Okay, we see still I'm gonna assume that was counter hit, so counter hit sweep still a launcher. That's pretty big, to be honest. Now I don't know about the speed of the hell of what it's a slower hell sweep. Some people claim to see it, but it's definitely not a snake edge. Into heat. I think heat gives the buff. Okay, while standing for 1+2 heat engager, which means you get a big reward for punishing. Now, if Leo blocks one of your lows while in heat, that's going to be a 4 launcher. Then we get to see the heat smash. Also, the heat smash starts from back 1, or a similar move to back 1. So yeah, mid heat smash, pretty standard. Okay, that's the same counter as before, nothing new, guarantees the 2 hits. Ah, see, now that looks different. Maybe that's only in heat. So we get to see that forward 2 into the high kick, same as, I think that's like the first thing we saw. Now there's a third hit after that, which is kind of a cartwheeling thing. Transitions into buck. Transitions into forward 4. Into the low, but I think that was because of the heat. It could be because of the install power buff or whatever. There's now a follow-up to the stomp. There's more than just the stomp after forward 4. That could have been a heat smash, actually. Could have been. The way everything's lighting up, that could have been a heat smash. Maybe stomp into 2-hit instant tailspin for like a small juggle. Who knows? It's kind of hard to tell. There was a lot going on. Even in slow motion, it's hard to tell. But characters having several heat smashes one low in stance or one low out of stance and then a mid in the other situation seems to be a recurring theme. It's happened, like Warong has that, Reina has that too, but that's probably what's happening there. Okay, now what was that? Okay, so mid punch into high kick, heat engager. I think that's new. Oh, actually, I know that's new. Okay, so oh, now tailspin with Buck 1-2. Okay. And yeah, the third hit after the hell sweep, thanks to the buff. Now the hell sweep's gonna do a lot of damage, and yeah, down 2 being counter at launch instead of just guaranteeing a stomp. That's pretty big. That kind of goes against the usual buffs they've been given, or buffs and nerfs, like the balancing decisions they've been doing for Tekken 8. They've been taking away launchers. So giving a plus on block launcher, counter hit launcher to Leo is a bit odd, but I mean, it's not the best of moves. Like, it's quite steppable, and steps are better in this game. And yeah, there we go. That's the trailer. Batman grappling hook into the shoulder. There you go. I mean, that's all I've been able to catch, which I think is a lot. Leo seems to have changed quite a lot. Probably gonna be a lot more interesting to play. Probably gonna be a lot more annoying to fight. But I mean, that's just how things are. Can't like everyone. Now, I want the Lee trailer to come out. I've been saying this in every reaction. I'm waiting for the Lee trailer. That's one letter off, Leo. One letter off. But yeah, tell me who you're excited to see next. I'll probably be a bit late with the reaction, depending on when the trailer comes out, because I won't be home until late next week. After UFA, I'm going to Italy to train with Daniel Mado. So yeah, I mean, if you enjoyed the breakdown, you know, leave a like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'll see you next week for the new trailer. Goodbye.